Between Juliet Ukah and Jane Osigwe for Nigeria. 6 years old as Juliet, 1 inch higher, and has a 21.5-inch reach advantage.
Ladies and gentlemen, next up is a women's catchweight showcase bout. So let's welcome our fighters into the cage. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. She's making her PFL Africa debut, and she's representing Nigeria. She's known as the Slayer. Please welcome Jane Osigwe.
Well, welcome, Jane. The Slayer.
And now for her opponent, she's fighting out of the red corner, and she's representing Nigeria. She's known as Golden Bone. Please welcome Juliet Ukah.
Juliet Ukah, our favorite policewoman.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, I love about her. She's so patient with her striking, so diligent with her takedown defense. She knows exactly what she's doing. She's a precision fighter, slow and patient, but very deadly. She picks her shots well, keeps the fight on the feet, and then just slowly beats you up until you give up. That's exactly what happened in her last fight. She was very patient, got actually the first round TKO win against Marion Gaber. I mean, what a lovely performance from her. She didn't rush. She just took her time, and then the finish came to her. So we could possibly see something the same today. Be patient, and then when the finish comes, she's gonna take it, Simon.
Yeah, she's run through every opponent like butter, hasn't she? Born in Akwa Ibom State, she began training in Wushu when she was really young, before entering kickboxing and taekwondo competitions, and then transitioning to MMA. So, yeah, predominantly a striker, Demart, a switch hitter. She likes to get in her opponent's faces and put on a beat down. Her ground game, to be fair, has never really been tested, has it? I mean, you know, even by highly experienced jiu-jitsu players like Kaylee Niedermeyer, just struggled to keep her down. Great takedown defense.
I think she's physically stronger than most of her opponents. So that defense, I mean, if I'm stronger than you, even though my technique might not necessarily be the best, I'll still keep the fight on the feet. That's what she's done. So I'm sure she's going to do the same. I mean, she's facing someone who's also a striker. I believe that Ukah is a much better grappler than Jane Osigwe in this matchup. So what a matchup for her. I mean, we could possibly see the undefeated record be extended more and more.
Well, this is a catchweight fight, but if she puts on a finish here, I want to see a strawweight tournament next.
Ladies and gentlemen, this women's catchweight showcase bout is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. She's a kickboxing specialist, standing 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 117.3 pounds. She has a professional record of 5 wins and 3 losses, and she's making her PFL Africa debut. She's representing Nigeria, and she's known as the Slayer. Introducing Jane Osigwe. And now introducing her opponent. She's fighting out of the red corner. She's a striking specialist, standing 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 115.8 pounds with an undefeated record of 8 victories. She's also representing Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting Juliet Golden Bone Ukah.
Wow,
And the
you can
referee
hear
in
the
charge
crowd
is Bobby Karajanidis.
behind both of these fighters. It's another one of our interesting derbies here tonight. The showcase bout between two Nigerians. Bobby Karajanidis with the assignment.
I mean, I definitely love Juliet Ukah's style. Very patient striker, keeps the fight on the feet, comes out tonight in southpaw. What can we expect, Simon, in this matchup?
Yeah, Juliet, she's really good at dialing in the data early on. Body kick from her with the left. Jane certainly looks like she's ready for the prime time. I love her introduction to milking in the crowd support. But Juliet Ukah, she's so good with her movement and her control early on. She's punishing on the counters, but she's so good where she picks you apart from range. And when she realizes that's starting to wear you down, she hits a switch. You know, she knows when to pounce and when not to pounce. Her timing is so good when she can feel the fight swaying in her direction. It's this calculating, it's this fight IQ that she's so natural at figuring out the fight and her opponent. You can see her movement straight away. She's already putting Osigwe on the back foot and cutting off those angles, and she's not making Ukah pay for it. Ukah's control of the space is always delightful. Good right hand, Osigwe's trying to get back with a counter.
Absolutely. I think that what's been noticeable tonight is that everyone that kept the center of the cage and then put pressure on their opponents to keep them on the outside, they had a lot of success tonight. You know, that's the same thing that's happening now. Ukah staying on that, you know, controlling the distance, putting the pressure, keeping the opponent on that outside, and then she's controlling the fight right now. So she's gonna look to. She's a lot more aggressive actually today than normal. She's more. She normally is more paced. You know, doesn't come out as a beautiful lead hook there, catches her opponent.
It's just her management of space and her footwork. She gets into the pocket, she scores a three-piece combination, and she's out of the danger zone before the counter comes. And if the counter does come, she slips a so nice good body kick support from Osigwe there.
Osigwe tries to catch the leg and go for the takedown, but fails. Good controlled pressure. I think that's the word, controlled pressure. She's always keeping you on your back foot, you know, not overly aggressive. Sometimes she has those moments where she's just swinging like she did, and then sometimes backs off. So keeps you guessing, you know, you don't know what's coming, if it's just consistent pressure or that explosive power that she's thrown there.
Flashing moves from Osigwe, trying to create a bit of a space. Oh! Just slips the right hand at the end of that left. Both missing.
She set up that leaping leader right hook with the left cross.
A couple of times Ukah's gone for the oblique kick to the lead leg of Osigwe, just making her think once or twice. Goes upstairs with it this time. Osigwe gets out of the danger zone of that right hand there. Still Ukah planting her feet, not letting Osigwe off in terms of putting the pressure on, and just keeping her back up against the chain link as Ukah. Nice right there from Osigwe.
Comfortable fighting off, you know, her back foot against the cage there. Oh, beautiful counter there. I mean, can she not try and possibly get the center of the cage? She's just more counter fighting, you know, a very dangerous position to be in. The precision striker as Ukah.
Yeah, Osigwe is trying to counter off the fence, but she's not creating much space for herself, and Ukah's just in control of a lot of these exchanges as a result of that. Ukah has more freedom of movement in the middle of these rock and sock'em exchanges. Osigwe needs to get out of there. It's not a good position for her. Ukah's not really scored hugely, but she's starting to tee off on some of those exchanges.
Now in the clinch, Osigwe looking to throw knees there. The counter, very patient there. Ukah. Oh, now she's being more aggressive. She's like having bursts of aggression, you know, controlled pressure, then burst of aggression, controlled pressure, whilst Osigwe is just swinging for the fences, you know, when she feels a lot dangerous, she's just swinging and then countering, you know, with those kicks. I mean, I guess it's working in a sense for her. She could possibly get just one of those haymakers and then get a TKO finish.
I'm sure the right elbow in the middle of the dirty boxing from Jane. But Juliet came back with, I think, 4 very quick punches. The hand speed from Ukah is very impressive. Oh,
beautiful
combinations. I see the Nice knee from Jane. Good right hand from Ukah.
I mean, Jane is a tough fighter, eh?
But why isn't she getting out of this position, Jamal? She's just happy to counter. She's moving forward a little bit more space now. She was trying to kick into space to create it for a nice inside leg kick from Ukah.
She's just swinging for the fence. I think she's just hoping that one of those shots lands, eh? Can you win a fight like that, being against, you know, on your back foot, countering, and she is actually getting some shots in, you know, especially a few kicks, but the pressure is coming more from Ukah's side, you know?
Well, you can't, because you can't go backwards. You're giving your opponent such freedom of movement.
Oh, they're swinging up. I mean, that's why I love female fights. I mean, they just go out there and just put it all on the line. But, you know, interestingly enough, the rules have changed quite a bit. You know, recently, before, the pressure fighter actually got points for just pressure, but now it's more effective striking. So you can be on your back foot as long as obviously your strikes are effective. Yeah. But in this case, I think Ukah is controlling the fight, the cage a lot better. You know, I think there's equal shots in both cases. Jane Osigwe, she is throwing a few shots, but more of like a countering in that sense. So I think it's not as clear-sided for Ukah taking this first round, but I think she's done enough in terms of just the pressure and then consistency in her strikes.
Yeah, some wild but entertaining exchanges. I just think Jane should have got away from her back against the fence and create a little bit more space by moving a bit more laterally and getting out of the danger zone with quick side-footed movement, go laterally away from the fence and reset in the center instead of you cutting off all your escape routes. And as I said, you're giving your opponent so much space to work, and Juliet can then choose whether she comes forward or comes backwards out of the power. She can come in with the combinations and exit them backwards or laterally with a lot more freedom of movement than Jane. She was stuck up against there for far too long. She can't be doing that with a kickboxer like Juliet Ukah.
I absolutely agree with you, Simon.
Let's see if she resets in the second round. Neither fighter willing to take it to the ground, and I'm good with that.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen one of the most entertaining fights. I mean, our first female fight of the night.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
The ladies just came out and gave it all in. And then you can see, I mean, both of these ladies as well, they're willing to throw down, you know? They're swinging for the fences. She's comfortable always putting herself on her back foot. That's in Jane Osigwe. She's mostly a counter fight. I think she also understands that. Ooh, that right hand caught her. Oh, now she's swinging for the fences. Oh, they're going for it, Simon.
Big combination from both fighters. Right hands and left hands. Ukah looking for home for that left. Oh, the good left from Ukah, right on the chin of Jane Osigwe as they clinch up against the fence. Jane turns her in.
Beautiful pressure from first time actually she's turned. There's a groin shot there. She got hit.
A low blow to Juliet Ukah.
I mean, they came out swinging, eh, Simon?
Absolutely insane. Pure rock'em sock'em robots, phone booth fighting from Ukah and Osigwe. Jane certainly recognizes the low blow and is very apologetic for it. Apologized to the referee and to Juliet. Juliet's got 5 minutes to reset here.
It's very good to see, you know, when fighters recognize their faults. You know, this is a sport, and then we have rules that you need to abide by.
Jane looks disconsolate that she fouled. I've never seen a fighter so upset that she's hurt an opponent illegally.
Yeah, exactly. That very well knows to do.
We saw at the end of that first round with respect. Let's have a look at the low blow on the replay.
All right, you guys ready?
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, but they're happy to continue. Juliet Ukah straight away back to the same position for that first round.
Yeah, she's very comfortable defending, you know, putting herself there on the back foot where the cage is just there.
Both exchanging leg kicks. Ukah flashing out that left cross.
But there's always the chance of that, you know. Oh, she goes for that takedown. High double there, but fails.
Nice knees from Jane.
Yeah, now she's putting out. I think it's the second time now in this whole fight that she's the one that's putting pressure. You know, trying to take Juliet Ukah down. Juliet's got that overhook on the right side, defending, possibly go for a guillotine there. Will she jump for it? Doesn't go for it.
Have a fist to the knee for Jane.
Possible hip throw there. I mean, I love this position, Simon. It's a very good position for a hip throw, especially with that overhook on that side, and then they just separate. And then she just takes herself back into, you know, against the cage. She's comfortable there.
It's her corner. I
Yes.
think she's comfortable there, so she can listen to the calls her corner are making.
Yes.
But that, again, it's going to like cut off all your options as a fighter if you can only stay in your own corner and listen to their advice as they call out the shots to you. At some point, you've got to have that fight IQ to follow the fight where it goes inside the PFL cage.
Now she turns her. Now she's the one that's putting pressure. Looking for those hammer fists in the thigh. Working the body as well. Ukah looks to the corner, looks for some kind of advice. I mean, she's just putting the pressure. She's not really being as successful in that position. Then she turns herself back.
Oh, nice little right from Jane over the top. Juliet Ukah complaining it was a legal blow to the back of the head.
That's a very good observation there, Simon, in terms of going towards, the corner, getting that advice.
I think that's why.
Yeah, absolutely.
She doesn't
Makes
leave
more
it.
sense here.
But when it's a pure stand-up battle in a firefight, how much advice can you give?
Especially
When you're both swinging for the fences, there's not much technical insight you're going to be able to provide at that point.
Oh, beautiful. Goes low, works the body,
Slips the right hand.
put herself back in that corner. Yeah. And she's finding comfort there, obviously, in her corner. Oh, but she's getting good shots in there, Simon. Very dangerous position there from Ukah as well.
Ukah fires back with a bunch of combinations. Osigwe fires back with a couple of hers of her own. There's a good right hand from her that scored on Ukah's chin. Again, another warning for Baba Karajanidis for grabbing the cage. You saw it earlier with the clinch work. I don't know, was it winning Juliet or Jen? I couldn't see.
Yeah, I didn't see as well.
But there's a second warning.
She is comfortable in this position, but she actually connecting quite a lot, Simon. I think when she's countering, throwing a few kicks, to the leg and sometimes to the body, but she's not looking to put any pressure forward. I mean, now Juliet trying to go back, trying to get her to, come forward, but she's not doing that at all. So very interesting. I don't know if maybe the referee is possibly gonna.
Oh, slips under the
There's a
right hand.
guillotine right there.
Osigwe.
I don't think Juliet Ukah is looking for any guillotines at this moment.
No, I don't think so. But there's hammer fist, the knee in the thigh again from Osigwe. Just trying to score points. I don't think they're causing any problems to Juliet Ukah. Needs the inside from Osigwe. Shots to the side of the head now from Ukah in reply. 40 seconds left in the second round. It's been a kickboxing battle so far. There was one single fake on the takedown attempt from Osigwe. Ukah didn't buy on that feint at all. Nice elbow over the top for Osigwe. Juliet Ukah looking over to her corner, looking perhaps at the clock as well. 28 seconds left. More thigh shots, and Ukah separates, and again back to the same position again.
That's the default setting, Simon. 15 seconds to go into that second round. I feel like, Jane Osigwe, it's not pretty, but she did a lot better into the second round. Oh, she's swinging now. Swinging for the fences. The ladies want to finish strong.
Good left hand from Juliet in the middle of that combination. Stringing them together. They certainly got a lot of mutual respect, but it's a very different kind of fight I haven't seen before. It's just they like staying in one position of the cage for 2 entire rounds and just swinging for the fences. I think Ukah's probably getting the better of the combinations, but there's a couple of times when Osigwe bites down on her gum guard and just lets fly, and she's also scoring at times.
I feel like into the first round, Juliet did a lot better. It was more decisive, I feel. But into the second round, Jane, she's on her back foot, but I think she's, doing a lot better.
King of Many Nations in your main event, Nkosi Ndebele coming in to the Sunbed Arena in Pretoria. What a main event that is, as Nkosi takes on Michele Clemente from Italy. A great bout at the bantamweight 135-pound showcase bout, your main event here tonight in the PFL Africa first round of 2026. Crowd loving the action so far, Tamar, particularly this fight is just pure entertainment. I don't know how either fighter is still on their feet, but I'm surely one of these punches would have connected by now and someone be on the canvas sleeping.
Yeah, they're swinging for the fences. Great chin from both ladies. They coming out and swinging. I think it's only that inactive when they like holding each other mostly against the fence, but otherwise it's been quite entertaining for the most part.
Well, third and final round, and it's very entertaining kickboxing battle. I said I didn't think it would go down to the ground, and I was right, and I was happy with that. Is Osigwe going to move out of that blue corner?
And I think you're asking way too much now.
We'll look a letter. I don't think so.
Beautiful there, question mark kick, just missed there. Osigwe managed to evade that shot. I mean, Osigwe's definitely just looking more for counter fighting, you know. It's not the prettiest for the most part, but that's where she's comfortable, and then just being close to her corner.
Reaching with the right hand is Osigwe. Inside leg kick from Ukah. Osigwe coming back with the right cross. Nothing really connects. Just Ukah controlling the space again. Front kick from Osigwe, just a little bit short, but gets it up high and nice. And so faking with the oblique kick at times is Osigwe.
Catch the leg and counter there. Goes for the leg kick, catches it and counters. And then she goes back. Oh, she's complaining about something there. Not sure what is. So a little bit of an expression there in Jane Osigwe's face.
And a bit of a reset. Osigwe is still on the outside. Juliet Ukah still planting her feet. Cutting off that movement. Jane Osigwe still trying to fight back with that right hand. Juliet Ukah cutting out of space. Well, we'd like to welcome viewers joining us via Vice as we continue the coverage of this year's first PFL Africa 2026 event, coming to you live from the Sunbed Arena in Pretoria, South Africa. And you are in for a treat, Vice viewers, because this event is starting to get in with the fireworks as Osigwe and Juliet Ukah are going to war in this third and final round in a very entertaining bout to Mark Benner.
Absolutely. I mean, she's always came back and then reset in that position. Jane Osigwe, she's comfortable there, throwing her counters. Is it enough, though, to convince the judges that she's doing well? I mean, she is connecting for the most part as well. She's swinging wildly. She's throwing kicks to the leg, throwing kicks to the body. But I don't know if it's enough. It doesn't look as pretty, I think, for the judges to say, you know what, we're going to give the win to her. I mean, I feel like Juliet Ukah, she's not being as, effective as normally all our previous fights. But it's very difficult to have a dancing partner like this, where they go into this reset position where it's not that pretty to engage in.
If there was a heat map of these 3 rounds for this fight inside the PFL cage, it would have burnt a hole through the canvas. It's just been here in the blue corner. Jane Osigwe has just kept the fight there. I don't think it's a case of good pressure from Juliet Ukah, cutting off the angles, but Osigwe has not attempted to come out of her own corner for 3 entire rounds. I don't think I've seen anything like it. I've got a problem with that. They both start swinging again. It's just been a different flavour kind of fight, and I've got no problem with that. It's been entertaining. Oh, good left in the middle of that. I know what Juliet's recognising there.
Complained about an eye poke from Jane.
Oh, the stoppage. Is it was an eye poke for Jane?
I think Jane had
Juliet's it's the left eye that Juliet Ukah's complaining about. You know, it's so difficult because they're both swinging away quite wildly.
Indeed. Look at Jane's face. She's very like, I don't know. Like,
is it a case I'm really sorry, or I don't see that at all?
I'm sorry, not sorry.
I mean, good luck to the OB Chop trying to find that particular highlight, because they were just like banging away.
Yeah, they were swinging for the fence.
Anyway, let's have a look, see if we can see it.
So she goes for that low kick there in the thigh. Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah.
Extends, her fingers out and trying to defend. And then
really rakes down the face, doesn't she? Hurts Juliet straight away. It was a real rake.
Okay.
See what Bobby Caragini says?
Okay. So you're sticking your hands out a lot. So it's fine. Okay, no, just listen. Okay. So I've given you, this is your final warning. If you poke an eye again, or you hit it in the groin, or you grab the cage, it's a point deduction. Do you understand? So now we've had a couple of small ones, but they're adding up. Okay, point deduction. Okay, all right. I've given a warning. Okay. How are you feeling?
I'm fine.
Are you good to carry on? You good to carry on? Okay, final warning. All right. You guys, come out. Okay, come ready?
Yeah, good repping by Bobby Caraginides, recognising the 3 different types of fouls Osigwe has committed. And each one was singular in its transgression, but they're building up now to the point for Bobby Caragini to say, one more low blow, one more fence grab, and one more eye poke and deducting a point.
think it's unintentional. I think just the way she fights, she's swinging and just countering wildly. So I think just the nature of her style is, you know, look at that case. She's just swinging for the fence. I mean, she is a warrior, you know. Oh, now Juliet Ukah putting a lot more pressure. 1 minute to go into that third and final round. Very entertaining fight for the most part. You know, we've had a little bit of lackluster sometimes, obviously, her resetting that position. But when it was entertaining, it was when they were both swinging. I think the crowd loved that. Oh, she goes for that spinning back fist, but misses. Look at that. She's going to go back into that position and then reset.
A lot of the spinning attacks from Jane are just in a completely different zip code, though. And it's like too little, too late before trying to answer back to the fast hands of Juliet Ukah. Bit of a standoff at the OK Corral now with just 25 seconds left in this third and final round. Inside leg kicks from Jane. Good right hand from Juliet. They carry on swinging, trying to fight away off the fences Osigwe, but she still stays there towards the end of this round. Dancing away and showboating now is Jane. I'm not sure why, because, you know, to be fair enough, she's like, got some power counters, but really nothing particularly telling. I don't think any fighters really landed any specific blows, even though they've been swinging away for 3 entire rounds. Fun fight regardless, though, Mark. Very different.
Yeah, very, very different fight, very different approach. I don't know if that was the game plan, you know, bring her in and then listen to your corner, and then we give you the right, you know, instructions. But it was very entertaining when they were swinging, you know, the crowd loved it.
Oh, Jane Osigwe in tears, absolutely floods of tears, and Juliet's trying to, I think she's just trying to say sorry. She's absolutely...
I don't think necessarily sorry. It might be a case of maybe she's fought a hero tonight.
So
you know?
emotional.
Because, I mean, Juliet Ukah is one of the you know, the most recognizable female Nigerian fighters, you know.
Oh, I'm welling up.
So, yeah, so I think maybe she just probably fought a hero. That's pretty much what could have been.
Well, there's a story there, and hopefully our PFL Africa media team will find out what it is, because that was a very, very interesting fight. Well,
are they trying to steal this fight or what?
Well, Jane Osigwe's team is holding her up and trying to pronounce her as the winner. Juliet Ukah with her Nigerian police flag parading in the Sunbed Arena here. What result are we going to be? Always looking fast with her hands is Juliet Ukah. I love her fighting style. It's all pressure, no mercy for Juliet Ukah. Jane Osigwe, you know, she took a lot of punishment and she did not go away. She must be proud of herself, because she's still standing, and not many people have been at the end of Juliet Ukah's fists.
Yeah, absolutely. I think at the end of the day, it's about the right dancing partner. I think Jane Osigwe is heavily a counter fighter. Type of fighter that only goes to a specific corner, getting the instructions of a team. So I think just the dancing partner was, I think, the massive problem tonight. But both of them are great fighters. And I mean, Juliet Ukah just couldn't express herself like she normally does. Her dance partner in Jane Osigwe was more countering, didn't come forward. So very interesting. And we've had different outcomes in decisions. So are we going to get another Lubaya versus Yemba, where we thought it was going one way and then went the other? So it's going to be quite interesting how the judges saw that fight. You know, from my view, is obvious. But who knows? That's why we are here and they are there. They have their job, we have our job. So well, let's see what the judges saw it.
Duke's there, he's got the scorecards. Let's see what we got.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. Judge 1 scores about 30-27, red corner. Judge 2 scores about 30-27, blue corner. Judge 3 scores about 29-28, declaring your winner by split decision in the red corner, Juliet Ukah.
Wow, Damar, again, your jaw is hitting the floor at a 30-27 to the blue corner. Wow, I mean, we'll talk about this for days to come, I'm sure.
Absolutely.